Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Today I am streaming Coffee Talk once again. We'll just pick up where we left off, I suppose. Here we go. I can't remember what last happened. Continue. Oh, sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with? There's definitely something that you can do. Come on. I have so many undiscovered ones. Okay. There's definitely something you can do. What is it? Can we work here? Excuse me? Bong and burgers kind of night, huh? Yes. Oh! Okay, posture check. And Hello Kitty hydrate. Hello, hello, welcome, softie. Excuse me, what? Is it possible for us to work here? What? Why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth. And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and non-verbal communication here. Yes, but I can see that your communication skills have improved an awful lot since you arrived. That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned them here. This made us think. Neil, my love. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you if you will allow us to work here. Because you want to interact with our customers? That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally if you're applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you can finally get the job, if you get it at all. I wonder, does Neil even know how to mix drinks? Oh. Let me think this over if you don't mind. And I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh, no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you! But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer. Wait, so they're not even doing anything. They're not even doing anything then. Understood. There are other things you need to keep in mind. What is that? Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They may come just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be, but always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not? That won't be easy, but you'll be able to judge based on their body language. Non-verbal signs? Yes. That will be very hard for us. Indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign when you should start talking, or when you should stop. Thank you! We'll need that so much. Well, that's basically all you need to do here. Do we need a special outfit to do the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron though, to help keep your suit clean, and to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation. But it will make you look more legit for the job. That is a very Earthling thing to do. It is. Alright then. Are you ready for this? We are. Okay, let's start the night. Welcome. Holy wow! What the hell is happening? Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey, Serenity, what's going on here? Well, Neil is working here tonight. And I thought I was the only one who bought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero. For an alien invasion? Ha, it's not that. Neil is just helping out. You've never looked like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista. Not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since we arrived, and we came to the conclusion, before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. And you just agreed to this? On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here. What do you get in return? Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask. Don't mention it. Well, maybe it could be my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya. If I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh no! Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Yes. How did she find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher-up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift. And the higher-up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you gonna do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that? Hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house. Huh? You allowed to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil. That was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favorite. Our favorite? Anything. I trust you with the decision. Anything, huh? Cinnamon coffee? Serve it. Here's your drink, especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. But today, I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. Do we? And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood, that sounds doable, even without the caffeine infusion. Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races. We do not think fusing your blood with coffee would be advisable. Ugh. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation. It was just... Neil? Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee. Oh, we're glad to hear that then. That was a figure of speech, Neil. Ah, we've heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language. It will always be hard. Languages keep on changing. Understood. At least we're here to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask? Ask away? How fast do you write? Not fast enough, apparently. But do you have numbers? Numbers. How many words do you produce per day? I don't think I have an exact number. But full-time, should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is about 50 and 100,000. That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write? Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. It's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it is a GRA media. The biggest publisher around. If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily. I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside that mere word count. If we only judged writers by their ability to write large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. That is pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for Earthlings. Yup. Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things that are hard to understand, from languages to arts. Right again? But you're not that wrong about writing, you know. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there. So it's still a valid parameter? Definitely. Cool. That didn't sound like you at all, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, another guest. Oh, no. Good evening, Miss Myrtle. I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks? I'm still the one responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. Coffee and ginger. Brew. How's everyone's day today? Serve it. I got a new drink. Woo! Jahid Tubruk? Jahid Tubruk? Ginger presides over the ground coffees at the bottom of the cup, originally from Indonesia. Your order is ready. Not bad. Thanks. You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle? Psst! Neil, some people want coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed. Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here. Actually, I'm not here to just sit without being disturbed. Ah? Pardon us. I was just training Neil on how to talk with the customers here. I can see that. You're still trying to get laid? Oh! No, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other. Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion, if you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening to the way we listen. Which essentially is not really listening at all. That'd be very difficult to achieve. But we will try. Step by step. One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kind. That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you're not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then? Yeah. Oh, is it Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion. It's just... Slimy. Slimy. Hello, Aqua! I'm sorry! I'm late! I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was going to breed here. Where is Serenity? Miss Aqua, please, relax. I'm here. Oh, you're safe. Yes, everything is fine. Oof. Okay. Please let me take a breath. Here, please drink this water. Feeling better now? Yes. I'm sorry. It is alright, Miss Aqua. Everyone's been surprised to see me here. What are you doing here anyways? We're starting to think we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway. So, here's the deal. That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Serenity. It is nothing. It's nothing, really. But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything? Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer. As if this place cares about business. Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start. But we cannot limit ourselves to just this place. Where do you want to go after this? Coachella? What? What are you doing, going to do at Coachella? According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. That is why we decided the event will be our next target. You're going to a music festival? Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love? Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study in Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many female Earthlings. I shouldn't say this, but hell. That sounds like the best plan you've had since you got here. We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. It was a short break. So our discussion with Miss Bartle was stopped abruptly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing together? It's nothing. We're just friends, you know. We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember? Yes, that's it. We don't have that much experience in game development, you see. I thought your research was in computer graphics. Yes, but we never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander. So I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first, so I couldn't buy her a drink. Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyways. But, wait. If you want to thank her directly, does it mean you're done with the game? Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your. Not your. Oh, so you're correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How'd you even pick up on that anyways? It's not like I'm saying is written down anywhere. We just know. Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with your game? I was supposed to watch a movie with Jill and Ember tonight, so it's time for me to go do that. But I'll be here if you need help. Just message me. Okay, see ya! See ya! There's things I need to polish and fix, but players can enjoy the experience from start to finish. What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game? That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice was about pacing, control, and UI UX. Ugh. Must be fun to have finished working on your creation. Surely remove some of the weight off my chest, just to replace it with another weight. You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job. If I can't finish this draft on time, I'm done. And even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done. Doubly done. Sorry to hear that, Freya. Well, please be more confident. I'm even starting to doubt myself. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app, and then I read some of the stuff you wrote. They're really good, you know. Some of them are better than others, but it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. I love you so much, Kitty. I love you too! Thank you! I'm so excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What you're going through is a lot more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through. So I'm sure you'll both be fine. Ugh. You don't have to talk about it in front of other people. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know? Okay, okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people. I really am sorry. I know, I said thanks already, right? But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm, I know that. Ugh, Aqua. Sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different for me. What's your problem? Burnout. I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside the office knows about it. And those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all. I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years. Yeah. I don't really work on them. Not directly. So what do you work on? A secret project. I'll tell you under, friend NDA, alright? Alright, I'm not with the paper anymore anyways. I'm part of a special team. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in this studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP. Or worst case, another FMC game in a different genre. Isn't that the dream job for some people? Heh. That's what I thought. At first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For years. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. My team has been making pitches, dozens of them, hundreds, thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping, and so far none of the prototypes have been approved. Ouch. There's only 7 of us on the team. The 7 samurai. That's what they said. So you haven't released anything for the last 2 years? Sometimes our team works to support others when they're going through a crunch cycle. They need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in. No wonder you folks were considered the 7 samurai. I guess, yeah. By the way, Myrtle, I just realized... What? Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right? More or less, yeah. When was the last time you had a vacation? Before I joined this company, I guess. That's like 4 years ago! Uh-huh. Dude, no wonder you're so burnt out. Yes, that's why! You need a vacation! But I can't just take one. You can! In fact, you will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is... I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off. But where should I go? Don't worry, I'll take care of that. You will? I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation. What about Max West? That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now. Hey. Okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway, right? Alright. Oh, I'm so excited! Wow, Aqua. You look like a different person. Really? I'm sorry. Haha, don't be. Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now. And prepare for our getaway. I'll come with you. To my apartment? No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time. Oh. Okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay? Have fun! Take care out there. May you find joy during your vacation. Okay, see you folks later. Bye! Vacation, huh? You definitely need one, Freya. I know. But not now. We've got to finish this draft first. As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya. Thanks, Neil. Anyways, are you going to close anytime soon? Depends. Why? I'm in the mood for some writing. Then please, take your time. You sure? Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still in the house. I definitely won't say no. Chocolate Maruki, sweet, nourishing, healthy chocolate. Oh, Chocobi Miruku. Ugh, a little nighttime coffee shop. That sounds so lovely. Let's see. The Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. New, healthier, furry... Why do I keep reading furry? Fury sedative might be available sooner. Action video game. Rising hell. Blamed for violence in school. Okay, let's start the day. Welcome. Oh, hey, it's you. Good evening, Mr. Bailey's. Evening. Am I the first customer tonight? You are. That's new. Do we got any more short stories? Looks like it. Happily ever after, part 1. Do I want to grow old with you? By Freya Fatima. Do I want to grow old with you? No, I don't want to do that. But I do want to be with you, here in this moment, stuck in eternal limbo, in an infinite loop, for this exact hour forever? Hell yeah, I do. That's probably the last time Romeo remembers having a really meaningful conversation with Juliet. Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, dear readers. Just like any other story, this one also has a beginning. And it begins with an introduction. Romeo is a young man of 20. He comes from a quiet, conservative, but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're just like almost every other family in the world. He hates the name his parents gave him, and he hates it even more knowing that his life so far is fulfilling all the cliches of his fictional namesake. Falling in love with a girl named Juliet is really just the icing on the cliched cake. Juliet is a young woman of 20. She also comes from a quite conservative, but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're also just like almost every other family in the world. She loves the name her parents gave her, although she hates the fact that her life is so far is fulfilling half the cliches of her fictional namesake. Falling in love with a boy named Romeo is unfortunate, but she has no plans to die stupidly over it. Both of them study at the same university, and they're definitely not the type of people who naturally choose to be friends. Fate, however, in the form of a hip young lecturer with an overenthusiastic assigning group projects and an unfortunate sense of humor, is what brings them together. A simple group assignment is what introduces our young Romeo and Juliet to each other. Even after their first fated meeting and the many, many more meetings required to finish the assignment, there's no sign that Romeo means anything more to Juliet than a friendly acquaintance she spent a lot of time with in the library. Nor honestly does she mean that much more to him. In fact, after she made an ill-judged joke about the literary elephant in the room, she probably means significantly less. But as time goes on, and as the group assignments keep coming without the lecturer ever assigning new partners, Romeo and Juliet become closer. They both begin to see things in the other that they hadn't noticed before, though for Romeo, that fact is rather frightening. How could I fall for someone like her, and named Juliet no less? I can't accept it. My mind's just playing tricks on me. Again and again, around and around. His thoughts chase themselves whenever he sees her. The day is Monday, and Romeo has a class he needs to attend. However, something is different. Normally a relatively anxious fellow, he finds himself going to class requires a lot of willpower. Today, however, he finds himself hurrying to get there. He knows why, of course, but he refuses to admit it to himself quite yet. The first thing Romeo does when he opens the door is look for a specific table, the table where Juliet always sits. To his unacknowledged disappointment, the table's empty. Fuck, mutters Romeo under his breath. He doesn't curse because Juliet is not there, of course. Rather, he curses because noticing this was the first thing he did upon entering the room. After sitting in his usual place, Romeo reopens his books and begins reading. Every time someone opens the door, Romeo turns immediately to look and quietly whisper a curse. Again, he's not cursing because he's disappointed it's not Juliet who enters. He's cursing because he turned to look. A few minutes before the class begins, Juliet finally arrives, announcing herself and her friend with a braying laugh as she does so. That sound used to be one of the most annoying sounds in the world, at least as far as Romeo is concerned, but today it brings a small smile onto his face. Fuck, curses Romeo again after he realizes he just smiled at the sound. Is Romeo in love? He probably is, but he doesn't want to admit that. Falling in love with Juliet is dangerous, extremely dangerous. They come from completely different backgrounds. They have different skin colors, they worship different gods. He has no problem with interracial relationships, of course he doesn't. But he never expected it to happen to him. This simply will not do. I need to talk to you. Romeo looks up at Juliet. Juliet is standing over his table. Her jaw is set, but her eyes are worried. He completely forgets about his own problems. What's up? He asks. Can you keep a secret? It's really important. Sure, I guess I can. Good enough, because I really need someone to talk to. So Juliet sits down and begins telling her story to Romeo. She talks about the problems she's been facing over the past few months, and how they affect her study, about how he's not the first person she's talked to about this, on and on. Romeo listens to every word. Eventually, Juliet stops talking and sits quietly. Romeo thinks that she looks somehow lighter than she did before she began talking. He doesn't know how to react to what she told him. He tries giving her some advice, really stupid advice, he thinks as soon as he said it, but he believes it's probably much better than just listening and nodding and watching her walk away. He doesn't think he wants her to walk away from him. He thinks about this. One thing is for sure, Juliet trusts Romeo as a friend. They've shared a secret now. Even though Juliet has shared the same secret with others before him, this still makes Romeo happy. So damn happy. How pathetic am I being happy because someone I liked came and told me she's not? Romeo thinks, and then shakes his head like a dog shaking off water. After sharing everything she had wanted to share, Juliet starts talking about lighter topics. Soon they're joking freely. The dark mood of earlier completely dissipates. Just before Juliet leaves, Romeo asks her something. Why did you tell me all that? Well, I don't really know. I think I can trust you, and you're one of those rare few people who can talk to people directly without sugarcoating everything. It's refreshing. She shrugs. I guess that's why. What Julia said is true, but Romeo finds it amusing that even though he normally speaks directly to everyone he knows, he can't do that with Juliet. He's not himself when she's around, or so he believes. After the conversation, Romeo falls even more helplessly in love with Juliet. It's stupid, he thinks, as someone who rarely falls so hard for anyone, but Juliet is driving him crazy, and the fact that she makes him feel the closest thing to love he's felt in years, yet a big wall of cultures, norms, and other societal traditions stand between them, hurts him even more. That is, of course, if Juliet is even into him anyways. As weeks go by, Juliet and Romeo become closer. They start telling each other stories more often, but all these stories are limited to their courses, their friends, anything at all besides their feelings for each other. She's not into me. She's just an extrovert. She's friendly with everyone, Romeo keeps thinking. And it's when he's thinking about that suddenly Juliet comes and sits at his table. So you said you want to tell me something. It's true. He's already sent a message to Juliet, telling her he wanted to talk to her about something. Oh wow, diving straight in. It's nothing all that important, actually. Come on. It's not like you, to be so indirect about things. What's wrong with you, boyo? Romeo actually called Juliet to talk about her attitude recently. She's been weird, at least in Romeo's eyes, and it feels like she's getting further away, removing herself from many student activities she'd usually partake in. Juliet answers all his questions, all his thoughts and concerns about how she seems to be removing herself from all other side activities she manages to shrug off or easily explain. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm obsessing over every little thing she does, thinks Romeo, while a pit opens up in his gut at the thought. Is that all? Anything else you want to say? She questions him. Fair is fair, after all. Do you know that I used to like you? The words come out of Romeo's mouth out of the blue. He's horrified. Even as he recognizes that it's a lie, he still likes her now. He doesn't even know why he decided to confess his feelings right at this random moment. Never mind why he confessed with half a lie. It wasn't planned at all, but anything else he heard... But when he heard Juliet say anything else, well, it's definitely one thing Romeo has been planning to say to Juliet for a few thousand eons. What is a normal human measurement time since around 8 months ago? Juliet shows a flash of surprise and then says, No, I had no idea at all. Why? Why what? Why do you like me, or did like me? I mean, there must be a reason. Oh, of course there is. Romeo opens his mouth to tell her and pauses. He blinks slowly and closes his mouth again. Or not. I don't know. I think there is, but I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking gibberish. Juliet does not respond to that. Romeo doesn't even dare to look at her directly, but he can see out of the corner of his eyes that she looks dumbfounded. He takes a breath and opens his mouth again, hoping for a lightning strike, divine inspiration, or instant death. He isn't picky. Okay. I see you as a really strong person, okay? You have a big girly side, but you're also a really strong, independent person. Okay, I get the girly part, but what makes you think I'm strong? Well, just look at how you work with all your assignments and organizations. Devlin could never deal with everything as well as you do. Ever. Oh, come on. Everybody has something they're good at. You can do things that I can't. That's pretty normal, you know? I know, but still, I'm not sure. That's probably what attracts me to you the most. When he says that, Romeo tries looking at Juliet just for a moment. He saw a twitch of a smile on her lips, but dared not even hope. He ascribes it to his imagination instead. So what's next then? Asked Juliet. To be honest, I don't know. I said this because I can't keep hiding it forever. I need to say it to you though, even though I know it. It's impossible for me to ask you out, considering all the differences between us. Juliet pauses. Oh, of course. You don't need to say anything though. I just need to get it out of my system, that's all I wanted to say. Okay then. I have something else to do. You don't have anything more to say, right? Yes. No. That's all. Juliet nods and says goodbye, then quickly walks away. After Juliet leaves, Romeo lets out a heavy sigh. Good work there. That's one hell of a lot of old baggage I just let go. A whole hell of a lot of new baggage I just replaced it with. Here's an interesting fact about our Romeo. During the whole conversation, he hadn't been able to keep himself from shaking. It's an old habit that he just can't let go of. To his relief, they'd been sitting during the whole conversation, so he could hide his tremor. Still, even though he feels intense relief after telling Juliet about his feelings, his hands are still trembling. He has to wait a couple of minutes before he can walk away himself. So now, after Romeo's, long-awaited but ultimately useless confession, what's next for our Juliet and her Romeo? Funnily enough, neither she nor Romeo ever mentioned it again. At least not to each other. Romeo did eventually tell some of his friends about his feelings for Juliet. But what about Juliet? Romeo didn't know anything about how she was coping with this revelation. He expected that she'd probably told some of her friends as he had told his, but that doesn't even matter, he tells himself. We're not meant for each other anyways. Watching from the outside, nothing seems to change between them. They still talk about their classes, about their friends, about shows they've watched and books they've read, but they never ever mention again the time Romeo revealed his feelings to Juliet. At first, Romeo thought that confessing his feelings would mean letting go of a big boulder inside of his heart. As it turned out, it only transformed the boulder into a restless rock monster asking for more. Eventually, he realizes letting Juliet know about his feelings isn't enough. He needs to have her. He wants to hold her tight. He wants to stare into her eyes, tell her that he loves her to Pluto and back. He wants her to hear her say, "I love you too." He wants to kiss her. He wants to run away with her to a place where no one cares about their differences and just sees them as a cute couple in love. He wants to do all good things in life together with her, and even more than anything on this earth, he simply wants her. The feeling is killing him. How could she be acting normally after that revelation? Does it mean his feelings mean nothing to her at all? The peak of his emotions come one day when our hero is falling asleep. Suddenly his body is drenched in sweat, his heart beats too fast, and his thoughts only run to one thing. Juliet. He wants, nothing so prosaic. He needs Juliet. He doesn't care about anything else, about traditions, about their families, about anything. There's only one thing he needs to do tomorrow, and that's to confess his feelings, again, to Juliet. This time, however, he's going to ask her out. If she feels the same way, he will ask her to give it a try and fight the world together. He resolves that he is going to take a leap of fate, and it will be the first thing he does next time they meet. To be continued. Ooh. That was nice. I like that. I'm excited for a second one. Okay, back to the story. Brea's not here? She said she's coming later tonight. Got something to do with meeting some fellow writers. Why not do it here? It's her favorite place, right? Her friends have visited this place from time to time. Just not as much as her. Writers' gatherings, huh? I wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out. I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know. If she said they're friends, it means they're just hanging out normally. But if she says they were writer friends, they're probably talking about work. Either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts or sharing or validating stuff. Interesting. They even use code words for meeting up. Oh, it's not like that. She didn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it. That's even more interesting. Are you always so observant? It's part of the job. Why's that? People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their body language can be loud and clear. It can tell you a lot of things, whether they need a friendly ear, or just want to be alone. It applies to what they're ordering as well, because sometimes what people want is not what they need. That's deeper than I would have thought. So what are you reading from me now? I won't say. Why? That'd break the charm. The hell was that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction now? Including our interaction now. Man, now I see why you didn't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What are you having tonight? Hot chocolate, with ginger and cinnamon. Heard that's a good drink for a bitter heart. Hot chocolate with... What do you say? Ginger and cinnamon? Hot chocolate with ginger and cinnamon. Ginger and cinnamon. Brew. Bitter heart. Aww. Serve it. Here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending extra time decorating this drink? Only for special people and special drinks. Say it, Serenity. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anything. How old are you? Old enough to open a coffee shop? Oh man. I guess I should say sorry for asking that. Let's see the drink on our Drinkopedia. Let's look at it. Bitter heart. Shadows that will help you try to hide. Well, that's kind of dark. It's alright. And that's the only answer I can give. Now you're making me wonder. What should I ask next? Who's coming in? Oh. Hey, everyone. You don't look so hot. Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya? You look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to echo our dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened? You'd be better asking what didn't happen, because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need a rest. And miss my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company, because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell of a lot of espresso. Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso! Please. Okay, espresso it is. Espresso. I don't think I want to do this. You really need to have a rest, Freya. Just give me the damned espresso. Okay. This'll keep me from falling asleep. Ugh. How was the meeting? It was pretty good. Got a lot of good advice, but that also means things, and not a small number of them, mind you, need to be rewritten. Oh. It's not that bad. Rewriting is part of the process. It's just I'm going to my usual corner. Thanks to your coffee, I might be able to make it through the night. She looks horrible. She does. Jesus. But don't worry about her. She'll finish it. Isn't the first time she's acted like this? No. But this time, the stakes are pretty high. So, what brings you here today? Not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight. And this place just came to mind. Out of the blue. I have to thank your subconscious then. I guess you should. Who comes in now? Oh. This is a little awkward. Not sure whether I should think it or not, though. Hi, Lua. Hi, Baileys. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh, God. How? You first. No, you first. I was just gonna ask, how are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yeah. I think I need to order something first. Oh, of course. Go ahead. Hi, Serenity. What are you having this evening, Miss Lua? Gingerbread coffee, please. Gingerbread coffee? Is that just ginger coffee? What makes it gingerbread? Is it the cinnamon? Let me look this up. I was right. Cinnamon. Coffee, ginger, cinnamon. Coffee, ginger, cinnamon. Gingerbread coffee! Here it is. Thank you. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. Reminds me of when I was growing up with my family. Yikes. Oh, God. How's work? It's going pretty okay. You? I'm not taking any new jobs at the moment. Because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You have enough in your savings, right? Wait, let me see this coffee. Sweetened with brown sugar to satisfy the cookie monster. Cute. It's a very Lua thing to ask. But yeah, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job. Went well in the end? It kinda did. They paid me on time at least. And the pay was amazing. How long are you planning to take a break for? I don't know. Until my problems are settled, I guess. And what problems are those? I'll tell you this. But don't tell anyone, okay? Not even Serenity, who's standing in front of us? Not even Serenity? Okay? So there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years. But I'm not really sure where we stand now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago, and it wasn't anything new. But somehow, things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired. Knowing that we were fighting against centuries of tradition. Hadn't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea. But I can't bring myself to start the conversation. Why? Even I'm not sure about that. Pride, maybe? Or tiredness? Or knowing that chances are we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway? Baileys. I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without so many problems. I'm not as professional as her, you see. I think you're wrong. Really? If I were her, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. but I'd put on a lot of masks, just to hide the feelings I was going through. Sounds difficult and uncomfortable. It is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. He must be a pretty cool guy. He is. Just make up already, please! What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Lua. I met some new people this week, including that supermodel. You knew? That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including that supermodel. And how does that make you feel? Like a fool. What? You said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot of truths. He's a bit like you know. Attitude-wise. You get along with him. Doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarity breeds contempt. Ever heard that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. But after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, you know, us? I'm not sure, Baileys. What about you yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. You met a vampire, and I met a werewolf. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are the odds? What are the odds, indeed? What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest. But he made a good point about the importance of family. Baileys. I know I've been stubborn about wanting me to make peace with my family, and I know that's very important for you. But Freya told me something that kind of hit me hard. What was that? I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family, when I actually want to do that anyway, for myself. You know me, Baileys. I do. And you know how I feel uncomfortable with people leaving their families. Which makes me an asshole, I guess. I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. What should we do? Lua. Yes, Baileys? Please let me leave my family. Jeez. God, this is heavy. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easier thing to do after all. But you'll lose your immortality. And you'll be an outcast among other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people? Sounds great. You'll live a long time. But you won't have the perfect health and perfect life. That's the elven privilege. But it's not a perfect life without you. What if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me. Lua, I will never blame you for anything. If we're talking about who I used to be, that guy would never have blamed himself. 100 reasons why something failed, but never anything to do with him. But that won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person. So, you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right now, you're the most important part of my life. I don't need an immortal life. Because without you, it won't be a life worth living. Baileys. I believe in you. Oh? Oh? Oh. That was so cute. Oh. Lua. Baileys. I feel like we're living in a soap opera. It seems so. So what's our plan? Tomorrow's Saturday. Are we going on a date? I'm going to my parents' place. Oh. And I want you to come with me. What? That's so sudden. Did you already have plans for tomorrow? Well, no. It's just, I'm not prepared to meet them. You'll be fine. You don't want to tell them about this first? It'll be alright. Well, they never forbade you from dating other races? They're not big fans of elves, that much is true. But you can prove them wrong. Okay, this could be a good first step. It is. It's set then. I don't know what'll happen tomorrow, but we can think about it. And anything else. Later. I'm with you on that. So, does this mean you don't mind me? I had my doubts, but now I'm sure. I can trust you. Lua, thank you. Are you still staying at Farron's house? Yeah. You're staying with me tonight. Oh, yay! Huh? What about your roommate? She's away for the weekend. Taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night. Wait! Who's your roommate? Is it Myrtle or Aqua? Fate is on our side, it seems. Hey, Serenity. Yes? We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us this past week. Pleasure is mine. We're off then. See you. Thank you for coming. That was pretty intense. Oh, you're back in the real world. I just pretend not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons I'm writing this story. So I have to see their struggle to the end. It's important for the writing, you know. That's cold. What? It's not like that. It's just that... Yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry. You look better than before, though, for now. Can't tell you how I feel until it's done. And I don't... Who is it? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Can I help you, sir? Whoa! Freya, get over here. This wolf? Is that him? I think so. Welcome, sir. Are you crazy? You can't treat that werewolf in a fury. You can't treat a werewolf in a fury like a normal customer? Trust me. He must have his reasons for coming here. Oh my god. This music. Do 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 do. Let me see if I can remember. Tea, milk, ginger. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? Yeah, let's see. Tea, milk, ginger. Have it. Drink up. Here's your... Oh god. Oh. This is such a dramatic episode. Oh. What the hell? Was that really him? After seeing the reaction to the drink? 100%. Well, whoever he is... Yes? This place survived. Thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyways. Good idea. Can you get back alright by yourself? I'll manage. Take care on your way back. You be careful too. See you tomorrow. See ya. So dramatic. Midsummer Night's Dream. Sweet and memorable like summertime blues. Let's see. Weirdstein Company criticized for unfair depictions of werewolves in the latest box office hit. Coachella 2020 Do and Don'ts. Atlantic ambassador in talks with Fire regarding immigration. Okay. Welcome. Oh god. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for today. Let's go to chatting. Thank you so much for joining me today for Coffee Talk. Just a short stream tonight because it's late. But thank you so much for joining. I will definitely play it again soon. I think I'm going to be streaming maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'm still working on my schedule, so thank you so much for being patient with me while I work through stuff. But hopefully I'll have a set schedule next week. Yeah. But I'll see y'all later. I don't think I will raid anyone today, but here is my socials. Yeah. And that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow, baby. Goodbye, and have a good night.